Yeah, that was a heck of a pass. I mean, you could just hear that ball sizzling in the air.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Quickly to the air is Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 71 yards. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Phillips now from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Got an open man. It's Olave. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. They run. It's Kamara. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the 1st, thanks to a flashy little spin move. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
3rd and goal. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker, has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
They run. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Winston. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 29, Winston. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Give him 32 on the play. Now Winston.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Play action now. Winston. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And down he goes at the 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 54 yards.
And the Broncos are back within a score.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. This is caught. Touchdown.
Greg Dulcich.
29 yards.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
To the air again with Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Williams.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Throwing now is Wilson.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Wilson.
Same connection, Dulcich once again.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Wilson to throw.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Here's Winston. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. And forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Phillips now from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson. Flushed out right.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver. NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down and leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball. It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Cousins here on the bootleg, rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. They go play action. Cousins. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Winston.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down, Winston. Looking long for Thomas. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accused the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Winston finding Taysom Hill, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Jameis to throw it.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They got the football via the interception on that last drive, and he almost gave it right back to the opposition the same way.
Certainly looks like they've got a pretty good bead on what they're trying to do on offense. The receivers are being locked down. Hard to find places to fit the football.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd down, Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
41 yards.
And the Vikings have moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A throw over the middle taken in. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
74 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Cousins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This is intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together.
Following the interception, Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fourth down, Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
A first down throw for Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run it again with Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. Cousins now.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have retaken a third quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That good for 19 and a first down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped. Good coverage downfield. And he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Winston now to throw on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the red zone now, Winston.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To the air again with Winston. He gets it to Thomas. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.